Shockingly, I had 2 business class flights on Singapore Airlines and they both were so disappointing. Let's talk about my experience. The partner lounge that everyone uses in Bali is not well maintained. To be honest, the food was definitely lackluster and the AC wasn't even properly operational here. But since it's a general lounge, I wasn't holding it against Singapore Airlines too much. And I was like, don't worry, I'm going to have great food and drinks on the plane and that will make up for that. Boy, oh boy, was I wrong. But before we go there, we did get our welcome drinks. We got our blanket, pillows, headphones, all of those things to get us comfy for our takeoff. The little bit of food that you're seeing here is pretty much what I had to eat for the flight because the entree was actually so disgusting. I barely got to finish eating that food because I was not impressed at all. The taste was not there. Everything about the food was just so lackluster. And I was so disappointed. At this point, I was like, let me just lay flat and enjoy some of the entertainment. They did have a lot of different movies and shows available on board to watch. So I just did that. Then before I knew it, it was time to land in Singapore for my layover. And I had to go to the Silver Chris Lounge because at this point, I was literally hungry and irritated. And I was like, their home lounge should definitely be able to redeem them a little bit. And yeah, once I stepped in here, I was like, this is what I'm talking about. This is a true business class lounge experience, and this is what I would be expecting from an airline like Singapore Airlines. The food was fantastic. The staff was super helpful and nice, and I really ate my belly full here. Before I left the lounge, I definitely wanted to check out their bathroom and see what it was giving, and it was definitely giving luxe. Then it was time to catch my next flight, and I was now heading to Thailand, which is my final destination. So on this flight, I was on the opposite side of the aircraft in 15A, same setup as before. Now it was time for me to check out the menu on this flight because of course it was different. So I was like, since I did not enjoy the chicken on the previous flight, let me try to go with the seafood dish, which was supposed to be a Singapore style fried rice noodles with seafood, and nothing about this dish was tasty. Nothing about it even looked good to begin with. So for a second flight on the same exact day, I literally ended up just eating the salad, tasting some of the dessert, and drinking water. Overall, I'm gonna try to give Singapore Airlines another chance, but these 2 flight experiences was definitely just disappointing overall. And the only amazing thing I would say was the lounge in Singapore. I did vlog this entire Singapore Airlines business class experience on my YouTube channel, so definitely go ahead and check it out.